What is going on, my friends, and welcome back to another video here on the channel. Well, Pepe's price is making some fast moves, and what we have been talking about is starting to come to fruition. So I want to tell you exactly what I'm doing, what I'm expecting, and much more. And so with that said, let's not waste any more time at all, and let's get straight into the video. Now, guys, don't forget, if you do want to trade a little Pepe yourself on up to 50x leverage and other cryptos on up to 500x leverage, although I do not recommend going all the way up to 500x leverage, you can check out that BTCC link down below. Guys, when you do sign up specifically with my link, you're going to get a 10% bonus on first time deposits between $500 and $100,000. This means that, say for example, if you deposit $2,000, they're going to give you $200 back on the moment for you to go trade. And say you turn that into $400, you get to keep your profits. You can withdraw it, spend it, do whatever you want. You can literally get free gains, which is absolutely ridiculous. So do go check that out down below, and you will get up to $10,000 in other bonuses and credits as well with specifically my link. I do a ton of trading over on BTCC, so go check that out and let me know what you think, again, down below. Now, looking at Pepe here. Okay, looking at Pepe here, let's get a feel for what is going on and what has happened since our last video. So in our last video, I was telling you all about this red zone. I said, listen, there's a chance that Pepe's price tries to turn this red zone into some support. We bounced off of it there, we bounced off of it there, and we're going to probably try to bounce off of it here. And if Pepe's price is successful at bouncing off this support zone, we're in a pretty decent spot. I think from there, we'd be able to try to break above this resistance zone and open up that door of opportunity up here, but we're just speculating until it happens. So watch it very closely, see if we can hold the support zone or not, because that's going to really determine likely where we go from there. And what we can see here is that Pepe's price has now, at the time of recording, lost that support zone. On the 4-hour time frames, Pepe's price has closed below that red box around 18780, and it's currently back testing it as resistance. And I want to give you guys an update as to what I'm seeing now, what I'm doing now, and what I am expecting now. Well, now that Pepe's price has somewhat lost that support, I actually am starting to get ready to do some dollar cost averaging in. Now, the reason why I'm doing that is because in the grand scheme of things, Pepe is now starting to enter into macro descending structure. What that means is that even if its price does say go back towards the 175 level, or maybe even towards, a little bit lower, towards that 1.5 level or something like that, it is creating a descending channel. And descending channels have a big chance of breaking to the upside. We're talking 60 to 65% of the time. So more often than not, we will see these break this resistance level and work its way to the upside. Now, when these points of resistance get broken are usually after one of these levels will break and backtest support. So what that means is that usually what will happen is that Pepe will find support, here, or maybe a little bit lower around the 175 level, maybe a little bit lower around the 1.5 level, and then use that support to try to break to the upside, something like that, or maybe a little bit longer, something like that. But it usually will happen off of these support zones. And so my game plan currently is knowing that it's creating a descending channel now, and that it's likely to continue down towards some of these support levels. I am planning on doing some purchasing of Pepe on those support levels. Now, does this mean I'm buying a lot? No, absolutely not. But I am buying some because even though, I'm buying pretty high, again, there's just a very good chance that in the grand scheme of things, Pepe's price is going to try to set a higher low somewhere and use that higher low to break towards the upside. And in the grand scheme of things, try to work its way upwards. And so, of course, if I can buy it during a dip, during a bull market, that's what I'm going to do. Everyone always prays and hopes for these pullbacks during bull markets. Then we get the pullbacks and they all get too scared. Like this is the end of the world. You got to be able to take initiative. And one thing I will let you know, if at any given point any of this does sound super complicated, towards the end of the video I'll tell you about this technical analysis for beginners guide that I did just release. Okay. So going forward, okay, so my game plan here, as I mentioned before, as Pepe's price does continue to pull towards the downside, I am currently going to expect that one of these support levels is going to bounce it above the resistance zone. Which one? I don't know, and of course there's no way of knowing, but I do believe it will be one of them. And so my current game plan is to lay out purchases at each one of them. The first one is going to be right here. Let's go ahead and get a price label put on at 17560. The next one is going to be a little bit lower, around 14932, and then the final one would be somewhere around 12944. If Pepe loses all of these support levels, yeah, well, we might have a little bit more of a big issue on our hands, and we might be in a macro pullback, which opens up a whole new can of worms. But I don't see that happening quite yet. I don't see a reason for Pepe's price to fall another 33% from here unless some bad news hits the market. And so because of that, I do expect one of these support levels to bounce its price above it. So my current strategy is to buy a little bit at this one, a little bit more at the next one, and a little bit more at the next one, at laddering into some dollar cost averages on the way down, expecting that we will get a breakout and some sort of macro attempt towards the upside at some given point while we are interacting here. And again, I might be wrong. Pepe's price in the grand scheme of things still could go all the way back below these levels, but at that given point, we're still in a good spot, and that's the crazy part. I don't want to see that happen, and I don't even particularly think that's going to happen. But say if it comes all the way back down to the 10 level, the 1-0 level, I'll probably just do a little bit more buying there because I am confident, guys, that we will see Pepe's price try to push up again. I do think this is in the beginning of the bull market, ish. Like, I think this is a good, we're still early-ish into the bull market. I still think there's opportunity to the upside. I don't think this is just the end of the run for Pepe. And if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I can admit when I'm wrong, but I just don't see that yet. I'm not seeing those signs yet, so I'm not going to make a bet that that's what's going to happen quite yet. So I am going to do some dollar cost averaging here. These will not be very big purchases in the grand scheme of things. My position size in Pepe at most would increase 20%, and that's if I do the max buy at this level. So because of that, these are still small, cash amounts I'm putting in here, but I do want to leverage in and get in when I have these moments during bull markets. Now, as I mentioned before, if anything I just said sounds super complicated, I just did release a technical analysis for beginners course, a little mini guide over in my Patreon, which is $5 a month. For $5 a month, you're going to get access to the beginners courses that I am posting there. I'm going to be posting a total of 5 of them. I've already posted 1. I have more coming on fundamental analysis, leverage trading, meme coin investing, and altcoin investing. In addition to that, you're going to get daily technical analysis from me, daily fundamental analysis from me, and my thoughts and insights on news and events. And if you are a little bit more advanced, I have an advanced tier that is going to be releasing in probably 2 days or so, in which I am going to be bringing on coaches, professional traders, and more to give workshops and classes in their own trades in there. That is going to be available in a few days. So do stay tuned for that. Watch this very closely. And again, if you are new to the world of crypto, this could be a great place to start if you are interested. For as little as $1 a month, you can join in. And for $5 a month, you can get access to all those perks. And don't forget, if you do want to trade a little Pepe yourself, you can get that 10% deposit bonus on BTCC right now. But overall, everything is looking good. I am okay with what Pepe's doing. This pullback isn't spooking me. It's not scaring me or worrying me. We're in a great spot. It's a casual, healthy pullback, and I do expect we will try to bounce upwards. So I am planning my dollar cost averages now, and I will update you as, of course, it does play out. So if you do enjoy it, don't forget to smash that subscribe button. I got a couple more videos dropping today, and of course, 5 or 6 of them every other day, or every single day, 5 or 6 videos dropping. So stay tuned for those. Can't wait to see you all in the next one. Peace out, everybody.